Welcome back, trainers. So the Go Battle League has officially shifted into the Ultra League mode. So we're going to be taking a look at the first 10 battles that I did do here to see how I did perform and kind of get a feel as to what people are going to be generally using for now. Of course, it's going to be shifting as people start to get a feel for what's going to be really good. Of course, Swampert is going to be a pretty safe option. Of course, you're going to have to look out for those grass types, but also remember that in this specifically for the Ultra League, things are going to be able to tank hits a lot better than the Great League. So you're not going to have to burn shields in where you probably would have in the Great League. So just taking a look at all of my Ultra League ready Pokemon with third moves. Of course, you don't want to go ahead and make any of the ones that you're seeing. A lot of them are going to be good, right? But just because you see me having it doesn't mean you should go and make it, right? These are just Pokemon that I've had ready here. So I did find some success with the teams that I did have. I noticed something. A lot of people currently right now do not have a secondary move on their Giratina. So that is actually going to be working to my advantage. Obviously, it would help them out a lot more if they did, but it is very expensive for Giratina. It's going to be that 100,000 candies and 100 candies to purchase that. Personally, for myself, I do have one. A great counter to Giratina Origin and Altered is going to be Snorlax as well as Zangoose. So I did use a Zangoose, but I wasn't able to catch the Giratina the way I wanted to. So I did actually make myself a Regice as well. Regice, however you say it, right? It's actually pretty good, right? So we do have Earthquake and then Blizzard on it. And of course, for the quick move, we have Lock on here. So we're looking okay. Let's go ahead and focus on these battles now. So we're going to feint it down with Lock on. We have the Registeel. Was seeing those. I did lose to the Registeel, as we're going to see here in a bit, and we're able to get to another Earthquake, and this is going to do quite a bit of damage to that Registeel here. You're going to also see Lapras, which is another great option. It's going to be able to do super effective to those Venusaurs, to those Giratina Origin or Altered forms, and it can actually hold up pretty well going up against a Swampert too, because of those ice moves that it does have. So even Surf is going to be chunking away at these Swampers. So we do take that first win. Let's go ahead and take a look at our next battle here and see what we have going on. And I will be breaking down more meta relevant Pokemon. I just wanted to give you the first look at the Ultra League here, right? I also want to confirm with you guys that if you do, say, complete your 25 battles before the league does shift over to, say, the next one's going to be Master from Ultra, you're not going to actually be able to battle. It's not going to restart. So when we do have the shift, make sure you save those battles if you're looking to participate in the next specific league, which is going to be the Master. So Ultra League, guys, yeah, this is going to be an expensive one, and a lot of people are not going to really be able to participate. And not only that, check this out. These are rank 10, folks. Yes, this is rank 10. Your rank is not going to reset for the season. Once we shift over from Great to Ultra and then Ultra to Master, you're going to maintain that rank as well as your score that you do have going on. So don't look forward to possibly getting rank 1 and then going in and destroying new people like that. You're going to have to stick to your specific league for the season here. It's going to be very expensive. I understand that, and it's just going to get even worse as we get into the higher league, like the Master League. That one is going to be the most expensive one, obviously, because you're going to have maxed out Pokemon. There's going to be a lot of legendaries flying around there, and all of them are going to cost quite a bit to get that secondary move. So I understand we'll possibly be going over some budget picks, but honestly, I can just tell you right off the bat, budget picks are going to be Community Day Pokemon. Their performances are great. Venusaur is magnificent. Charizard can find great usability. We know Swampert is absolutely fantastic. So it's not like it's all doom and gloom, and you have to max out these legendaries. There are going to be counters to these hard-hitting Pokemon that you're going to be seeing constantly. And I've seen some people saying that they should possibly ban Giratina. That's probably not going to happen, but like we went over, there's going to be counters to this, like Snorlax, like Zangoose, like Scrafty, just to name a few. There's going to be plenty out there, and like I said, we'll be bringing you more videos on Pokemon that you may want to pick to go up against specific types out there. So taking a look at this battle, I do believe I lose this one here. Now, I could have possibly farmed that Giratina down, but I did not know how much energy it did have in the back, and I didn't want to get spammed after I used my shield there. But unfortunately, they do enter in with the Registeel here, and we're so close to that Earthquake, and they take us out. I don't think the Hydro Cannon would have been really enough to finish it off there. Going into our next battle, leading with Venusaur up against the Hariyama, this is a winning scenario for the Venusaur because we're going to be resisting the fighting, and if it does have the steel type heavy slam move, well, it's just going to be neutral and we can tank that. And on the flip, well, our Frenzy Plant's going to be doing a ton of damage. I was getting ready for a switch, and they do, and I do decide to go ahead and go for that Frenzy Plant and use that energy up just to bring that Giratina down a little bit more, seeing that the Hariyama was basically almost fainted out. And then we do bring in our Giratina here. We're going to be shielding that Dragon Claw. And as you can see, I do have Ancient Power and Dragon Claw. For the quick move, I do have Shadow Claw. I may want to switch it to Dragon Breath in the future, but for now, we're just going to go ahead and go with the Dragon Claw. Unfortunately, when you go up against normal types, it's not going to really be doing much, and that is the benefit of having the Dragon Breath. All right, so in comes the Alolan Muck here. We're going to go ahead and go for that Dragon Claw. Now, that's going to be another great counter to go up against the Giratinas that you're going to be frequently seeing on people's teams, and they like to hide them in the back, so look out for that. All of a sudden, you think you're winning, but then they bring out that big elephant, and then you're in a lot of trouble if your counters did fall. All right, so make sure you are wary of that and mindful. All right, so the Charizard, really good pick here, so we're just going to go ahead and go for that Dragon Claw. Probably could have finished it up with Fire Spins, but yet again, wasn't really sure on how much energy was on that Hariyama. I did not want the Charizard to fall because it is our winning piece at this point. Even though we do have 3 Pokemon, all of them are about to faint. This was not necessary to switch and see a sacrifice swap there, but I just did it anyways. All right, so taking a look at our next battle. As you can see, I'm having some good success, early success for now. We're going to be met with the Togekiss. This is going to be another winning scenario for Venusaur for sure. It's going to take forever for Togekiss to finally get to its charge moves, and the charms are not going to be very effective, but still doing a good amount of damage. And at this point, I'm just going to be going for Sludge Bomb, but they did make a very clever switch into the Lapras there, and I do decide to just stay in this fight here and go ahead and go for that Frenzy Plant to either get a shield or to pretty much one-shot that Lapras where it is for its health. So we do have Giratina and Charizard. We're not looking great, folks. Not looking good here. So let's see what we can do. So I did make a crucial mistake, and we will see this right here. I do go for Dragon Claw, in which I should have went for Ancient Power because it's going to be super effective to Lapras. I think it would have taken it down here, and I wouldn't had to burn a shield from this Ice Beam. So that's a mistake, but that's all right. We're just learning here. So we do make a switch into our Charizard, into a Togekiss, with an Ancient Power, and that was it. We're gonna lose this battle because of that. That was a bad switch, and that's why I like to wait before I see the Pokemon that they are switching into. But I did forget that they had a ton of energy on that Togekiss, and for that miss switch there, I am going to definitely be losing this battle. Although it looked like it wasn't going to be a win for me anyways, the way I was going. Even though I had the lead, maybe I could have pulled it up, but nonetheless, they do take that win with their Giratina in the back, just like we were describing. All right, so we're going to be going up against another opponent. I think we did battle this guy again, so this is going to be a rematch here. So we're starting off with Venusaur. Now, this is great. Now, usually Venusaur would, pretty much get one shot by an Earthquake, but in the Ultra League, it can take those Earthquakes, especially from Meganium. So I was using a fun pick. I just wanted to test out Gyarados with Dragon Breath, Crunch, and Outrage. But we're not looking great here because this specific Giratina does have Ancient Power, which is going to be super effective to us. So we're pretty much in a losing situation here. And we do have our Zangoose, which was prepared for the Giratinas specifically, and it's completely maxed out. So that is a good thing, but going up against a Togekiss, the Zangoose is going to be in big trouble because, well, Dark resisted, Fighting resisted, so you have to look out for those Togekisses, which are also going to be a fantastic counter to the Giratinas as well, but also have to look out for Ancient Power. So they do switch into the Meganium. I was trying to burn a shield, which I did. Great. Now we're going to go ahead and go for that Sludge Bomb, and it does a ton of damage, more so than the Earthquake is going to do to the Venusaur. So let's take a look at this here. So there you go. We didn't even have full health, and we're still able to tank that and survive comfortably and get off another charge move. So Venusaur, I'm not going to say is a better pick over Meganium because, well, going up against Reggie Steel here, Meganium would have been more ideal with that Earthquake as opposed to Grass and Poison type resisted. Now, this is not good. I was hoping he was going to go Flash Cannon because we could have done a lot of damage with our Focus Blast, but now we are in a losing scenario, so we're just going to have to make do with this here, and the Venusaur has like 3 HP left, and we're going to be going down to Flash Cannon. So that's going to be a good game. Moving on to the next battle here. Good luck out there, guys. All right, staying in that same league is fun and all, but I was like, I thought they were going to reset. So we are met with a Zangoose, possibly in preparation of a Giratina lead on my end. So we do make a switch when they do make a switch into their Giratina, and we're going to be going to our Regice, right? So I don't know if I should have gone for the bait. I think I do. I think I go for Earthquake twice here, actually. Yeah, because it's going to take less energy. And it's an ice Pokemon, so they're expecting, something ice coming out as a charge move, but we are able to successfully bait that shield there. And that Giratina is spamming those ominous winds, which can get a boost. And this is the winning blow there. I'm able to one-shot that Giratina with Blizzard. All right, in comes the Zangoose, and we're looking pretty good. We still do have the Giratina in the back, which will be hard countered by that Zangoose. We can hit it with Ancient Power, but we're just going to go ahead and go with Venusaur at this point to wear down that thing, get it out so the Giratina can just run amok. We do have Swampert, so we're looking great here because we're resisting the water moves, and Earthquake is going to hurt pretty much, but we're going to be able to spam it with charge moves and quick moves before it's able to take us out. Yeah, I love that shiny. So yeah, guys, Giratina, I know it's going to be a pain in the butt, and you're probably hating it right now if you do not have the Stardust to invest in one. It's like, if you can't beat them, join them, basically. I don't want to run Giratina every single time. These were the first 10 battles. I just wanted to give it a test run to see how well it did perform, but there are going to be hard counters for it. It's not like it's some invincible thing out there, but it is going to be a beast, especially if it gets the boost. Now, going into the next battle, leading Lapras on our opponents, and now that's a pretty good lead there. And I realized at the halfway mark, once my Muck did get into the yellow, that this is a losing scenario for me. So I'm going to have to play around this here, make a switch. So they're able to get to another charge move before we're able to get to our second one. It's another Surf there. And we're just going to go ahead and go for that foul play. Or sorry, Dark Pulse on the Muck. And they're switching into Swampert, in which we're going to reply with our Venusaur here. Now this is, great. We've seen how well it can tank the Earthquake. Not too sure why I shielded that up. Maybe I just wanted to preserve the health a little bit more. And thinking that it might have been an Earthquake here. So we're just going to let this one go through. If it's an Earthquake, great. Of course, they're going to go ahead and go for that shield bait at first and then go for that heavy hitting move afterwards. But we have a loaded energy, so we're going to be able to take this Lapras out here. So let's go ahead and see what they have in the back. It's going to be a Togekiss. So I do go for the Frenzy Plant immediately because we're so low. I didn't want to be met by a Fire type. Now we're not looking good because Muck cannot really take the hits, and it had no health. Our Giratina is going to be going down really quick from those charms, but just look how tanky Giratina is, even going up against its weakness charm here. And thank goodness we had another shield. That would have took us down dangerously low for the charm to finish us off, but thank goodness we did have that shield, and we're going to be able to finish off that Togekiss with the Ancient Power. All right, moving into the next battle. So shout out to all of these trainers. If you did battle me, please let me know in the comments below. So Empoleon time, guys. Let's test out Empoleon. I was loving it. So we were putting in work with that. So we made an immediate switch when they did switch into their Swampert because we do have Venusaur. And anytime they do that, if you do have grass in the back, you want to line it up like that. You don't necessarily want to shield it up. I didn't know if that would have taken me out. So I wanted to have the switch advantage. And we also have energy on our Venusaur here. We're going to go ahead and go for the Sludge Bomb in hopes to get another one back to back, and we do. Let's see if our opponent decides to use both shields, and they commit. So they're shieldless, and we're going to go ahead and switch into Empoleon, and they switch into Venusaur. This is not good at all. So I do have, obviously, the Community Day Hydro Cannon, and then currently Flash Cannon. I actually did TM this, and this is where, oh no, telling you all my strategies is not going to be great when I go up against opponents. But Flash Cannon did a decent amount of damage, as you've seen there. So we're looking great. And it's going to be resisting those charms. That's why it's going to be a fantastic option there, unless you're met with a possible grass type or fighting type. So we take that win. Going into the next battle, again with the Empoleon, met with a charm user. This is very ideal, but I do believe I lose this one, even though they were in a horrible situation. They switch into Charizard. Folks, this guy still manages to win because of my Horrible misplays here. So we do make a switch into our Giratina. I'm feeling confident over here. I'm like, ha, I got this. This is easy money. They have the Charm User. I have the Empoleon. They bring in Charizard. We're looking great. They do bring back in their Clefable, which is going to be putting on work. And of course, we're going to just keep going for Ancient Power for neutral damage and possibly to get that boost here. And it was very close, but that's all right. We're not using that shield. We're just going to let it feint us down here. And then go ahead and go back in with the Empoleon, resisting those charms. And they're going to be bringing in Giratina now. Yes, I do lose this one, but I want you to see why. Because I got greedy, all right? This is why I never get too greedy, right? It's good to play the risk game, but we still have 2 shields. Now, if I did have possibly Blizzard, I would have been in a better position, maybe. But let's take a look and see how this plays out. So we're going to go ahead and wear down this Giratina. And this is why I was going to use my shields. Because I figured my Empoleon was so low, it will be able to just basically Shadow Claw me down, even if I shielded them up. So the only hope at this point was to wear it down with Venusaur, burn those shields, and then go in with Empoleon and possibly hit a Flash Cannon. But you're going to see exactly what I do. So we bring it down pretty low here. Low enough to where I'm almost comfortable hitting it with a Hydro Cannon. And I do believe I have 2 ready loaded on my Empoleon. At the end of this battle, you're going to see here. So we have a Hydro Cannon, but I was greedy. I wanted to get to the Flash Cannon. And because of that, we're going to be losing. We were there. We were not able to tap on it. So we take the loss there with a lot of energy on our Empoleon. But that's not going to discourage me from using it. So we're met with a Swampert. Now, this is okay. As long as you shield up the Earthquake, you'll be winning this matchup here for sure. So our Empoleon does have Waterfall for the quick move here. So they are using a shield. We're looking great. I do shield up as well, expecting possibly an Earthquake, but they do bait me out. And they gain so much energy. I knew they were going to be possibly hitting me again with an Earthquake after that, but they do make a switch into Glade with Confusion. So we can take that down with Frenzy Plants, but we're going to have a good amount of health because those Confusions are going to be hurting us being a Poison type. We didn't shield it up. We knew that was too soon, and it was going to be a Leaf Blade. Taking down that Glade there with the Frenzy Plant Venusaur. In comes Togekiss. Now, we're going to go ahead and meet it with our Empoleon. This is another reason why I'm picking Empoleon is because of people picking Charm Users. Prevalent, and they're going to be wanting to bring those because of the Giratinas, and so we're going to bring the counter to that, which is going to be the Empoleon. So we do make a switch into the Giratina here, taking that Hydro Cannon like it's nothing, and then almost wearing it down with Shadow Claws. We're not going to shield this up. Even if it's an Earthquake, we're going to be fine here. And then we're just going to go ahead and go for that Dragon Claw so it can't spam us again. So if you did enjoy this video, trainers, give it a big thumbs up. Share it with your friends who are interested to see exactly what it looks like in Rank 10 for the Ultra League. And I will be bringing you guys a lot more videos and probably dropping another video later today. So thank you for watching, trainers. Good luck out there, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.